So with Valentine's Day right around the corner, it really does feel like love is in the air. Men's pockets everywhere are hurting, some women out here are preparing to feel alone and act like they don't care, and some people out here are really just trying to secure some booty for the night like a nasty pirate. And I feel like with the pandemic going on, online dating is getting bigger than ever. You talk on there, you find out a little about the person, and then you meet up to see if it's a train wreck or a match made in heaven. And we all know what catfishing is, right? Where a person pretends to be someone they're not and tricks somebody, usually online, into thinking they're talking to this person. The term was actually made popular by the host of the longtime MTV show Catfish when he made a documentary way back about someone online that was doing this to him. If you haven't seen that doc, it's definitely worth the watch, by the way. Back then it did make more sense to get catfished because technology wasn't exactly what it is today, and so a lie like someone doesn't have a webcam or their camera was broken was a lot more believable. No offense, but if in 2021 you're still getting catfished, I have to believe that you might just have something wrong with you in your head. There's so many ways to find out if someone is lying to you. Reverse Google search that image. Hit them with that FaceTime. Shit, set up a Zoom call on their ass and see what's really going on. This story today once again comes from Texas. We're going all the way to Houston, where a 63-year-old woman thought she was talking to Bruno Mars. Yes, that Bruno Mars. And I know she's 63, so maybe she's not exactly a technological wizard, but how she went this far through life without having any sort of common sense is just beyond me. I just need to know, was this guy saying shit like, "Hey, did you see that new single 24 karat gold I just dropped? Pretty fire, huh?
Baby, Bruno, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing, just chilling with Cardi B. Got a meeting with Drake later, no big deal." The sheer idea that Bruno Mars of all people would actually take the time out of his day to chat with an old woman online is simply insane. I mean, you really do have to be a special type of dumbass to believe that crock of shit. And according to her, she had fallen madly in love with Bruno and was willing to do anything to be with him one day. So she was already down bad enough that she was sold on the fact that this was indeed Bruno, but the people behind the account actually managed to get this woman to send them 2 checks, one for $10,000 and another for $90,000, saying that they needed help to fund touring expenses. I mean, forget young, dumb, and broke. This bitch was old, idiotic, and rich. She believed that Bruno Mars was not only talking to her, but for some reason needed to borrow $100,000. And they even convinced her to write it out to someone else's name, saying that he was a close friend of the band. I mean, how brain dead do you really have to be? And I just don't get what these scammers thought was gonna happen. Someone was gonna have to cash that check, and when it was on its way to one of their bank accounts is when the real suspicion began. These are actually Nigerian scammers we're dealing with here today, so I guess that's how they became such experts. We got Chinwindu Azuanwu and Basil Amadi, and they were taken into custody after they were caught swindling this old lady out of her bingo money, and they were both charged with money laundering. They said, "We thought scamming was just the American dream. We see the government do it to the citizens of this country every day. We just wanted our piece of the pie." And the police told local news outlets they believe these men may be low-level crooks working for scammers overseas, and are hoping they cooperate to help uncover a potentially bigger criminal ring. So basically they're gonna set these men free if they sing like jailbirds, so then they can go cut the head off the snake. And so pretty much what they think is happening is that these people run these scams from Nigeria. They get some dumb person interested enough, and then they send people over to America to open bank accounts and collect the dough. So now they each face 2 to 10 years in prison, but I personally don't think they should be charged that heavily. If you have a normal functioning brain and you get finessed this badly, then you deserved it. I don't care that she was an old woman. If this happened to my grandma, I would say, "Well, grandma, you shouldn't have been so stupid. In fact, I'm turning off the Wi-Fi, bitch." I would also say, "Damn, grandma, I didn't know you had funds like that. Where was the hookup all these years? You could have paid for my college. And now your old ass is gonna fund a whole music tour?" But on a serious note, I do hope that she got her money back, and like I said, I hope their sentencing really isn't that bad. Scamming is trashy, but we're all getting fucked at the end of the day. Let me know what you guys thought about this story down below. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing today. I encourage you to go follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter, that's at JAMARI Speaks. You can get a little say in the next video if you want. But as always, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other news out here needs to get covered. So I'm out. Peace!